To it, we've got a few kids back on both sides of the ball that's got some experience, but we've got a lot of positions that we're having to fill with no experience. So we've tried to use this summer and these first 5 days to get kids more acclimated to what they're supposed to be doing. We had a good summer. First 5 days have been pretty good. So we'll see where it goes from here. On offense, we're lucky to have our quarterback back, Casey Hurdle. He'll be a 3-year starter now. Running back, Tyrell Foxworth, he started for 3 years. We've got a couple linemen who've been there. Chris McGill, this will be his 4th year starting on the offensive line. And a couple other kids, Lance Floyd, Kendall Bray, kids with some experience, but there's other places that we have no experience that are going to be tough to fill. But kids like Farion Seymour played a little bit last year, has stepped in and done a pretty good job so far. So we'll see where it goes from here. Well, right now, offensively, probably got a little more experience than the defense does. I mean, luckily, we're returning 3 linebackers back. All of those are back up front. We've got our nose guard back, Zydarius Inman. Outside of that, every single defensive back graduated. All 4 of them are gone. So, plugging in new kids there, trying to get some experience and gain a lot of reps that are valuable in practice right now with them. With the nearness of them, being as young as they are, we're looking at 3 or 4 games. Hopefully by region, they've got a grasp of how to play the game, the speed of the game. Now, you can't replicate the speed of the game at practice Monday through Thursday. Unfortunately, we missed our scrimmage last week. We're not going to get a scrimmage this week, and we'll go straight and have to play a jamboree Friday night. So, that's going to be tough too. Not only on the kids, on the coaches, but, usually with them scrimmages, you're able to come back the next day and work some kinks out, work some things that you've got to work on. Well, now you're playing a jamboree Friday night, and we turn around and we play the following Thursday, our first home football game. So there's not a lot of time to get a lot of stuff fixed, so we got to make sure we can get done what we can get done this week at practice. We're going to be very similar. We don't change a whole lot. Whether we're in a shotgun or if we're under center, what we do is what we do. We're going to try to run the ball. We're going to run power and counter, whether it's in the wishbone, trap, and all that good kind of stuff. And it really doesn't matter. That's our identity, is trying to be physical up front and run downhill, defensively, fly around, swarm to the football. We're not going to be big, so we've got to try to find a way to be fast. And so, nothing don't change year in and year out here. Well, in the secondary, it's kids that were on the team like Kiwi Jackson. He's a kid that's going to have to step up and play. Caleb Myers, J.C. Carter. Lord, I could go on and on and on the defensive front. Kids like Kendall Bray and Connor Abraham, both of them played last year, but they're really going to be counted on this year. Offensive side of the ball, it's going to be multiple kids that's going to have to step up and get things done for us. It gets even tougher this year. You throw in Johnsonville, Carvers Bay, Hemingway. You're going back many years ago when it was us, Carvers Bay, Johnsonville, Hemingway, Green Sea, when a conference ladder down, it was tough. Every week, you went in knowing that you're going to get beat up and banged up, and you're going to have to be at your best every ball game to have a chance to win. It's going to be the same way. The teams that are already in the conference, plus the new teams added, we've got to be the toughest 1A conference in the state.